Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign, and today I posted a video, for all the December news thinking that nothing will come out between now and New Year. And we've just come up with some Sovereignty test server developers notes that just popped up randomly on someone's Facebook feed. Casca, one of my patrons, put it into our Patreon channel on the Discord. And it has a lot of stuff that will be coming up with Sovereignty, not just at launch, but in the future of Sovereignty as well. Now, some of this stuff actually really pissed me off because, again, we're going to be getting some bare bones content at the start, and they're going to be adding more as time goes on because they ran out of time to implement the Sovereignty system, when in my opinion you should not release anything until it is ready. I can wait another couple of months. I know some of you guys can't, but I can personally. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can, but after you see some of the things that they're going to be adding in here, it's going to be pretty bad, and some of it is really nice. There are some really good things in here. Credit where it's due. Again, there are some really nice things that they're going to be adding in here. So let's go straight into it. So it has been a few weeks since Corporation Citadels were available on a test server. We have collected a lot of valuable feedback from players about this. The Sovereign gameplay content we are looking to provide in the next version will still revolve around Sovereignty battles dealing with Citadels. So they're trying their best to share the new gameplay related to Sovereignty battles as soon as possible. The dev team have spared no effort working on Corporations, Citadels, and other features related to the Sovereignty mechanics for the past 3 months. Due to the high complexity of EVE Echoes itself, even for what appears to be a small amount of content, we are in the process of overcoming very complex and detailed technical problems. So we cannot complete the development of a large amount of content in a short time. If you can't complete it in a short time, then take longer. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to sound like I'm being a dick. But if it's a large amount of content, then make the large amount of content and release it all at once. So for this reason, new content in this version might not fully meet the expectations of many enthusiastic players just yet. Of course it doesn't meet the expectations because we're not really getting a Sovereignty system, as you'll see later on. After careful evaluation, we have decided to let players have access to the core features of the Sovereign system first. In the new year, we plan to continuously add Sovereignty related content, structure mechanics, and additional Sovereignty battle mechanics. So this is their plan on updating the Sovereignty system. In EVE Echoes, construction in nullsec basically revolves around 2 areas of content: the Corporation Citadels and the Capsulated Outposts. The Corporation Citadels exists in systems, acting as the core of that system and a proof of territorial claim in the follow-up plan. We will introduce an upgrade feature for the Corporation Citadels and a series of space structures around it. I don't know, to me it just feels like they're just dangling another carrot in front of our faces to keep people interested, but in the long run it's just going to push more people away. I don't understand the thinking about this at all. Corporation Citadels will provide some bonuses to manufacturing material efficiency and reverse engineering efficiency on its own, while extra features can be activated with add-on structures. These add-on structures mostly will be coming later. They're not going to be coming at the start. All we're really getting at the start is the manufacturing material efficiency and the reverse engineering efficiency. So these add-on structures are exposed in space as individual structures. This is like the POS system in EVE Online, and that was absolutely terrible, which is why they changed it. I absolutely hated the POS system. All these random structures just floating out in space with a bubble around it and someone parking their Titan inside of it. It didn't come across as a good thing, which is why they added all the modules to the Citadels themselves. I don't know why they've gone back in time to add, I don't know. I'm just going to continue on so we can show you what the add-on structures will be. So attacking these structures will be the fundamental method of raiding enemy manufacturing in nullsec. In the future, we plan to introduce more ways to interact with enemy structures. The Capsulated Outpost is another core gameplay of construction in nullsec, as it will still use modules and fittings. In the new year, we will continue to expand modules available for Capsulated Outposts. These modules can help Citadel owners find planetary materials or even collect them automatically, search and discover compressed mixed belts, and find special cosmic anomalies. This is a wind-up, I'm sure. They're adding automatic planetary material collection. Does that mean you don't need the skills anymore if you have this Capsulated Outpost? Because it's nothing to do with your character. How is it going to be jumping from one to the other? How are they going to know that the skills that you have is collecting to the Capsulated Outpost? So is there going to be a system in place that does that, or will the Capsulated Outpost just collect a fixed amount over a period of time? I'm not a fan of automation. I am a fan of AFK. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of AFK doing anomalies. Like that's not in question here, but I'm not a fan of automatically doing a lot of stuff. I stopped playing a lot of mobile games until EVE Echoes because of all the automation. I'm not actually playing the game. I don't want to go in that direction at all. It's not good. It's not good for the game's lifespan. And they will also search and discover compressed mixed belts and find special cosmic anomalies. So new structures being planned, not finalized. So in the wave 1, we're only going to get the standard Corporation Citadel with the Pirate Observation Station, which slightly raises probability of special anomalies spawning, and the Financial Management Center, which slightly raises bounty rewards of pirates in the current system. These are good additions. Credit where it's due, as I've said, these are good additions and they will be helpful to the game. In Wave 2, which will be coming at some point after January 2021, we have Corporation Citadel level. Upgrade the Corporation Citadel to higher levels to support more and better add-on structures. I don't know if any of you played World of Warcraft in Warlords of Draenor when you had your actual settlement that you could upgrade to add better stuff into it. It's going to be kind of like that. Maybe kind of like for a mobile game, as an example, Black Desert Mobile has this sort of system in place where you upgrade your town and you'll be able to put in better things and bigger things. So they're going to be adding the Scout Observation Array in Wave 2, which raises the probability of Scout anomalies spawning. Who the hell is going to add that? That's just a waste. Scouts are completely pointless. The Wave 2 also includes the Inquisitor Signature Observation Array. Now this is more important, so it raises the probability of Inquisitor anomalies spawning. That's a good addition. I like that addition. Wave 2 Dead Space Signature Observation Array raises the probability of Dead Space anomalies spawning. Massive one, really good, considering it's a 1% chance right now. I wonder what that will actually raise it to. So we have raw ore compressing factory in Wave 2, so unlock the ore compression in Corporation Stations, something that we really need, especially when we're moving stuff from nullsec to highsec in order to sell stuff. And then in a Wave 3, we'll be getting the next upgrade of the Corporation Citadel to support more and better add-on structures, which will be jump gates. Allows players to construct jump gates between two systems by custom, which is really good, so you can have one on one side of your system that jumps straight to closer to your home system, which is going to be, it's really good in EVE Online. I wonder if they're going to be adding taxes to that like they do in EVE Online, so you have to pay every time you use that jump gate. It'll be good for those first people to get those jump gates from one part to another part that skips out a big part of it. You'll be able to make money as a corp that way. We have the Capsulator Outpost Anchor Point. Allows the system to anchor more Capsulator Outposts, which is okay. I don't see that being a problem. It's not a bad thing. The Criminal Surveillance Network. Shorten the activation time of the Dead Space Scanner in Capsulator Outpost and provide a small probability of spawning a higher level of pirate anomalies. Another good addition. And the Mine Expedition Facility, which shorten the activation time of the compressed mine scanner in the Capsulator Outpost and provide a small probability of spawning a higher level compressed mine. Now, credit where it's due. As I keep saying, credit is there when it's due. I'm not just here to complain about shit all the time. There are really good additions here. These are really, really good additions. I just wish they waited a couple of months to add these in all at once, because everyone's just going to be bored. Because you'll see in a second why everyone's just going to be bored, because they've added some mental shit in here. But first, before we get into that, we're going to go into the extra modules for Capsulator Outposts. So this will all be coming in Wave 3. It's probably going to be mid next year, which means that if they're working on more sovereignty systems, then my wormholes are not going to be coming at any time soon, and we all know that I'm pretty much just waiting for that. And if it's going to be held back because of this sovereignty system, then I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing much longer. To be perfectly honest, I'm already bored. I don't have my core mechanic that I was looking forward to, and I'm finding it hard to want to log on at the moment. So some test server mirror FAQs. Why aren't Corporation Citadels visible during the anchoring process? This was actually it's supposed to be seen within 5 AU, and it's supposed to be anchored within 3 AU from any planet. The purpose of this design is to enrich the Citadel battle experience by adding the need to scout enemy Citadel locations, which I understand. It's okay, that's a good mechanic. But there was a bug that caused the Citadels to be invisible to players within 5 AU under some circumstances. It'll be fixed before the feature is officially online. Why don't Corporation Outposts provide extra bonuses? As we hope to introduce sovereignty gameplay as soon as possible, which is a bad thing. You should not introduce stuff as soon as possible. You should introduce it when it's ready, and you won't have complete buggy messes and everyone quitting because of rage. They did not have enough time to complete the development of all add-on structures, so it's not possible now to provide a lot of bonuses for Corporation Outposts. You'll only be getting the 1% extra material efficiency and 5% extra reverse engineering success rate for Corporation Outposts. They're saying that this might seem like a small number, but a great amount of materials can be saved whenever a corporation concentrates in one place to mass produce ships, which is true, it does, but it is not what you need out of the sovereignty system. Now here's the kicker. Here's the one that's going to piss off some of the bigger corps and bigger alliances, the ones that want to control large areas of space. A corporation can only have 5 corporation outposts. 5. So that means they can only have 5 systems. So the max anchoring limit is to prevent giant corporations from snowballing their advantages and affecting the game's ecosystem negatively. While I understand this, and there will be ways to get around it, you can have 400 alliances and you can just create corps willy-nilly and get more systems. But a lot of people are going to be wanting to have their actual corps name on all of those systems, not just some randomly generated corp names that are holding systems that you hope that people know that you own them, maybe similar enough names that it does seem that way. But that's going to upset some people. It doesn't really affect me. I don't give a shit about sovereignty, but I do care about the game's longevity. Even though I complain a lot, I do care about the game and I do love the game. I do want to see it progress. But it seems like a lot of decisions that are being made is just made wrongly. What will happen to the nullsec systems claimed by NPCs? Obviously, Stain Syndicate, Great Wildlands, and Vanal, their NPC zones. The NPC stations that were added only in Eve Echoes to help with the fact that there was no sovereignty and no corp stations at the beginning. They will not be removed. They will not be removed until a time that they deem necessary. So people are still going to have all of their shit just sitting in NPC stations, not being able to blow up, not being able to get rid of, because anyway, it doesn't matter, because when you blow up, you just go to the nearest ITC anyway, so there's literally no loss. So with these last 2 points, 5 maximum, why would a corp, if it's just one corp that doesn't have a massive alliance and they just want to be able to take some sovereign systems and jump in there, why would they fight if they already have 5 systems? There's literally nothing they gain from destroying another person's system. They can't take it over. They will have to spend more money to make new corporations that really don't mean anything, just holding corps. Now they do have these in EVE Online, but still I feel like it's a really bad system and a really bad way of looking at how they want to do the sovereignty system. There are other ways to go about this. We'll have to see how it goes. Please let me know down below what you feel about these things that are getting thrown in the future. If you're unhappy as I am that things aren't being implemented altogether, if you're happy that they're going to be throwing at least a little bit of the sovereignty system your way before we get everything, or is it going to take 5 months to get everything from the sovereignty system, and by then will the player numbers be so low that it won't matter anymore? Please remember to like and sub if you found this useful. This is your one-stop shop to Eve Echoes content. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.